How to stop small fish from stealing bait. Hey there, fishing fanatics. Happy new day, and welcome back to Fishing 24 Hours, your go-to channel for hardcore fishing tips and stories that make every trip legendary. Ever dropped your bait, only to have it swarmed by tiny fish before it hits the bottom? Perfect bait, prime spot, yet your float just twitches with minnows, shiners, or small sunfish, while big carp or grass carp are nowhere in sight. It's a common headache for anglers fishing natural lakes and channels across America's waterways. Today we'll dive into tricks to stop small fish from stealing your bait, ensuring it reaches the bottom for big catches. Turning you into a master angler with a bucket full of trophy fish? This story takes me back a few months to Lake Caddo, Texas, a hotspot for big fish. I was using a killer rice cornmeal bait, but within seconds of casting, my float went crazy. Pulling it up, I found only tiny minnows, my bait gone before it hit the bottom. Frustrated, an old angler nearby chuckled, "Small fish are a pain. Use heavier sinkers, make your bait tough, and scatter some decoy chum a few yards away." I followed his advice, switched to a 1/8 ounce sinker, packed my bait tight, tossed some cornmeal 6 feet away to distract the minnows. Within 10 minutes, my float dove clean, and I landed a 4-pound grass carp, thrashing like mad. That day, I hooked a few carp too, my bucket heavy, pride sky high. That's when I realized these tricks are the key to beating small fish. In this video, we'll explore why small fish love to steal bait, tricks to outsmart them, how to prep bait, pick the right spots, and real-world tips to get your bait to the bottom. I've got 2 US stories to fire you up, plus beginner advice and safety pointers to dominate any fishing hole. These hacks work in ponds, lakes, rivers, and bayous across America, from Lake Caddo to Calcasieu. For species like carp, grass carp, bluegill, and crappie. So, grab a cold soda, get comfy, and let's uncover how to stop small fish and hook monster catches. Why do small fish steal bait? Minnows, shiners, and small sunfish live in the top and middle water layers, feeding on plankton and algae, making them super hungry. Fragrant, soft baits like powder or rice mixes are easy targets, getting devoured before they reach the bottom, where big fish feed. The result? Your bait vanishes before carp or grass carp get a chance. To beat this, shorten the time your bait floats mid-water, make it tougher, and distract small fish. These tricks ensure your bait reaches the bottom for big fish. I've tested them on countless trips, and they always save my bait from pesky small fry. The first trick is using a bottom-weighted sinker and picking the right float. Use a 1/16 to 1/8 ounce sinker to make your bait sink straight and fast to the bottom. Avoiding mid-water linger? Choose a wide-bodied float, 6 to 8 inches long, that resets quickly, cutting the time small fish can attack. Set the float 5 to 10 centimeters from the hook, dropping to the bottom for carp or grass carp. Carp nibble lightly, so wait for a full float dive or steady pull, then set the hook gently. Use a 6 to 8 pound test line for big fighters. At Lake Caddo, a 1/8 ounce sinker and wide float are key to getting past small fish. The second trick is making bait bigger, tougher, and stickier. Roll bait into large balls, about fingertip size, and pack tightly to slow dissolving, making it hard for small fish to nibble. Mix in cornmeal, riverbank dirt, or mashed potato to boost durability. For example, rice cornmeal bait with cornmeal holds scent longer and resists small fish. That bait tightly around size 4 to 6 hooks, casting gently to sink fast. Watch the float. If it twitches constantly, switch to tougher bait. At Lake Caddo, large potato mixed bait is a winner for grass carp. The third trick is distracting small fish. Scatter cornmeal or floating bait, like breadcrumbs, 6 to 10 feet from your main spot to draw small fish away. While they swarm the decoy, cast your main bait to the bottom at your chosen spot. Use just enough chum. Wait 10 to 15 minutes for small fish to gather elsewhere. Watch for bubbles or fish shadows to confirm your main spot. If the float quivers lightly, wait for a full dive to set the hook firmly. This tactic works like a charm in Calcasieu's channels. The fourth trick is patience and calm. No bait is completely small fish proof, even the best ones. The goal is to get your bait to the bottom fast, keeping your spot focused on deeper fish. If your float twitches from small fish, don't rush to change bait, as it can ruin your fishing hole. Instead, add a heavier sinker or scatter decoy chum farther out. At Lake Caddo, staying patient with tough bait and a 1/8 ounce sinker helped me outsmart small fish and hook big ones. Tailoring tricks for big fish is key. For carp, pack bait firm, mix in cornmeal for lasting scent, and drop to the bottom 4 to 8 inches deep. For grass carp, add chopped grass or greens to bait using a 1/8 ounce sinker. For big bluegill, mix sour yogurt or cornmeal for a natural scent, casting midwater, 0.5 to 1 meter deep. For white amore, twitch the rod every 2 to 3 seconds to spread scent. If the float jerks hard, set the hook quick but gentle with a 4 to 6 pound test line. Picking the right spot matters too. Calm lakes like Caddo or slow channels like Calcasieu are where these tricks shine. Farm ponds with soft, muddy bottoms are perfect for carp and grass carp foraging. Cast near grass, submerged roots, or the bottom of still pools. Use a 1/16 to 1/8 ounce sinker to keep bait in place. In Calcasieu, grassy banks or lily pads after rain are hot spots. If no bubbles or fish show, move to a shadier, quieter spot and scatter decoy chum first. Timing is critical. Carp and grass carp feed hard early morning. 4:30 a.m. to 7 a.m. or late afternoon, 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. near grass or roots. Bluegill and white amore hit strong at midday or after rain by flooded grass. Cloudy days, post-rain, or light breezes are ideal, as big fish move to the bottom and small fish are less active. At Lake Caddo, post-rain is prime time to beat small fish. If your float's still, wait for peak hours or scatter more decoy chum. To boost success, chum smartly. Near roots, toss cornmeal or breadcrumbs 6 to 10 feet away to distract small fish. At your main spot, drop tough bait with a heavy sinker to hit the bottom. Wait 10 to 15 minutes for small fish to swarm the decoy, then cast your main bait. Watch for bubbles or fish to confirm big fish arriving. If no bites in 15 to 20 minutes, shift spots or pack bait tighter. Mix in riverbank dirt to make bait last longer against small fish. Here's another story to show these tricks' power. At Calcasieu Channel, Louisiana, I fished with buddies. They used store-bought powder bait, but small fish tore it apart, floats twitching non-stop. I used a 1/8 ounce sinker, packed rice cornmeal bait with cornmeal, and scattered chum 6 feet away. In under 15 minutes, my float dove clean, and I landed a 3-pound bluegill thrashing wildly. The crew was amazed. Those tricks really stop small fish. That day, I hooked a few carp too, my bucket heavy, a lesson I'll never forget. To beat small fish like a pro, prep smart. Use wide-bodied floats, 1/16 to 1/8 ounce sinkers, and strong 6 to 8 pound line. Bring varied baits, rice mix, worms, or shrimp, mixed with cornmeal or potato. Check line where to avoid breaks. Watch the water, bubbles, ripples, fish to pick spots. Scatter decoy chum first, cast main bait after. If no bites in 15 to 20 minutes, switch spots or use a heavier sinker. At Lake Caddo, tough bait and decoy chum are a perfect combo. In calm lakes, cast near grass or roots 4 to 8 inches from the bottom. In channels, pick slow current corners. In muddy ponds, drop to the bottom with a 1/8 ounce sinker. After rain, these tricks shine, pulling carp and grass carp. Keep experimenting. If small fish persist, scatter chum farther or pack bait tighter. Don't swap bait too often. It ruins your spot. Avoid light bait. Small fish devour it before it sinks. Safety's key. Avoid slippery banks, especially after rain at Lake Caddo to prevent falls. In channels like Calcasieu, wear a life jacket near currents. Keep noise low. Avoid shadows on the water. Bluegill and crappie spook easily. Set a backup light behind you at night to see your path and avoid tripping. Pack bait tightly to avoid splattering. A little caution keeps your trip fun and safe. New to fishing? These tricks are a great lesson. Try a pond with rice cornmeal bait mixed with cornmeal, dropping to the bottom for carp and scattering decoy chum. Or fish white amore in a lake, casting mid-water at 0.5 to 1 meter with yogurt in the bait. Note which spots and baits work, like grass carp after rain. Don't sweat a twitching float. Adjust your sinker or spot. These hacks build observation and patience, setting you up for big catches. To level up, practice dropping bait at the right depth, scattering decoy chum accurately, or mixing bait with dirt for durability. Spend trips at ponds, lakes, or channels, picking spots by water signs, sensitive floats, strong lines, proper sinkers. In crowded spots, find a quiet corner to keep big fish calm. These details make you a pro at beating small fish, even with simple gear. Stopping small fish from stealing bait is a secret few share. Heavy sinkers, tough bait, decoy chum, and patience get your bait to the bottom for big fish. 3 words: fast, tough, smart. Every time your bait beats small fish, the float dives clean and big fish bite hard. It feels like carrying on the old-timer's legacy. When the float sinks slow, heart racing, hands gripping the rod, that's a moment only anglers get. Rookie or pro, these tricks will make you king of any fishing hole. That's it, folks. Guys, we've cracked the secrets to stopping small fish, from sinkers and bait to decoy chum. I hope you're pumped to try these hacks. Smash that like, share with your fishing crew, and subscribe to Fishing 24 Hours for more killer tips. Got a small fish story to share? Drop it in the comments. I'm all ears. Tight lines, big catches. See you next time.